Hello, future biologists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the world of plant tissues. Today, we are diving deep into complex plant tissues focusing on xylem and phloem. These are the unsung heroes that keep plants alive and thriving. We'll explore how they transport water, minerals, and food, starting from the basics and gradually moving to advanced concepts. Get ready to uncover the amazing engineering within every plant. Let's begin our adventure with the easy level. We'll understand the fundamental roles of xylem and phloem in a simple, straightforward way. Are you ready to discover how plants manage their internal plumbing and food delivery? First, what exactly are complex tissues? Unlike simple tissues made of one cell type, complex tissues are made of multiple types of cells, all working together for one big job. Think of it like a team where each player has a specific role, but everyone contributes to winning the game. Xylem and phloem are perfect examples of these coordinated teams in plants, essential for their survival and growth. They allow plants to become larger and more complex. Now, let's meet xylem, the plant's water and mineral highway. Its main job is to transport water and dissolved minerals, absorbed by the roots, all the way up to the leaves and other parts. This movement is strictly upwards, like a one-way street. Xylem is mainly composed of tube-like structures, like pipes, and largely consists of dead cells, which provide excellent structural support. Imagine a plant drinking water through a giant internal straw. That's the xylem at work. Then we have phloem, the plant's food delivery system. It transports the food, primarily sugars made during photosynthesis in the leaves, to every other part of the plant that needs energy: roots, growing tips, fruits, and flowers. Unlike xylem, phloem transport is bidirectional, meaning food can move up or down wherever it's needed. Phloem is mostly made of living cells. So, if xylem is the water pipeline, phloem is like the food delivery truck. Time to test your understanding with a few quick questions. First, which complex tissue in plants is responsible for transporting water? Second, is the movement of food in plants unidirectional or bidirectional? Which tissue is responsible for this? And finally, name two complex plant tissues and state one main function for each. Pause the video, think about your answers, and then rejoin us for the next level. Great job with the easy level. Now, let's step up our game and dive a bit deeper into the fascinating world of xylem and phloem at the medium level. We'll explore their detailed structures and how they carry out their vital functions. Complex tissues are truly remarkable. They consist of multiple cell types that collaborate seamlessly to perform critical functions like transport and support. This specialization is crucial for larger plants, enabling them to grow tall and thrive away from constant moisture. Xylem and phloem, often bundled together, form the plant's vascular system, extending from the roots to the furthest leaves. Xylem, our water conductor, is composed of four main cell types: tracheids and vessels, which are the primary water-conducting tubes, xylem parenchyma, which stores food, and xylem fibers, providing structural support. Most of these cells are dead, allowing for efficient, unobstructed water flow. Phloem, the plant's food transporter, also has four main cell types. Sieve tube elements are the main conduits for food, but they lack a nucleus at maturity, making them dependent on their close partners, the companion cells. These companion cells, with their active nuclei, regulate the sieve tube's functions and are vital for loading and unloading sugars. Phloem parenchyma stores food, and phloem fibers provide mechanical strength. While xylem's transport is primarily driven by the transpiration pull from leaves, phloem's transport, called translocation, relies on a pressure flow mechanism. This involves active loading of sugars at the source, which draws water in by osmosis, creating pressure that pushes the sugary sap to areas where food is needed. So, how do these two amazing systems work? Xylem's water transport, or the ascent of sap, is mainly powered by transpiration pull. When water evaporates from the leaves, it creates a negative pressure, pulling the entire water column upwards. This is aided by water molecules sticking to each other, called cohesion, and sticking to the xylem walls, called adhesion. For phloem, it's all about pressure. Sugars are actively loaded into the sieve tubes at the source, like the leaves, causing water to rush in by osmosis. This builds up pressure, pushing the sugar-rich sap to the sinks, parts of the plant needing food, like roots or fruits. There, sugars are unloaded, water moves out, and the pressure drops, maintaining the flow. This elegant system ensures every part of the plant gets what it needs. Alright, it's time for some medium-level practice questions. First, list the 4 main components of xylem tissue. Second, describe the primary function of phloem tissue and explain why its transport is bidirectional. Third, what are sieve plates and what is their role in phloem function? Fourth, how do xylem and phloem tissues demonstrate the concept of division of labor in plants? And finally, explain the role of transpiration pull in water transport through xylem. Take your time, think critically, and come back for the next level. Fantastic work on the medium level. Now, let's push our understanding further with the hard level. We'll delve into even more intricate details of xylem and phloem, exploring their complex structures, advanced transport mechanisms, and evolutionary significance. Get ready for some deep insights. Let's scrutinize the anatomy of xylem. Tracheids are elongated, spindle-shaped dead cells with water moving between them through specialized regions called pits. Vessels, on the other hand, are wider, shorter, dead cells that form continuous tubes with perforated end walls, providing a more efficient bulk flow, especially in flowering plants. Both have lignified walls for structural integrity. Xylem parenchyma are living cells that store food and help with lateral water movement, while xylem fibers are dead, thick-walled cells providing crucial mechanical support. Together, these components form a highly efficient system for water and mineral transport, adapted to the specific needs of various plant groups. The evolutionary progression from tracheids to vessels demonstrates increasing efficiency in water conduction. Now, turning to phloem, its anatomy is equally fascinating. Sieve tube elements are living, elongated cells that form continuous tubes, but they remarkably lose their nucleus at maturity, relying on their close partners. These partners are the companion cells, living, nucleated cells that regulate the metabolic activities of the sieve tube elements and are essential for loading and unloading sugars. Phloem parenchyma cells store food and assist in lateral conduction, while phloem fibers provide mechanical strength, often commercially important as bast fibers. This intricate cellular cooperation ensures the efficient and regulated distribution of photosynthetic products throughout the entire plant, making it a highly dynamic and responsive transport system. Understanding the mechanisms of transport at this level reveals true biological engineering. For xylem, the ascent of sap is primarily driven by the cohesion tension theory. Transpiration, the evaporation of water from leaves, creates a negative pressure or tension. Water molecules, due to cohesion, stick together forming an unbroken column, while adhesion to xylem walls prevents this column from breaking. This continuous pull draws water upwards. Root pressure provides a minor push, more significant in shorter plants. For phloem, translocation follows the pressure flow hypothesis. Sugars are actively loaded into sieve tubes at the source, like leaves, increasing solute concentration. Water then moves in from xylem by osmosis, building up high turgor pressure. This pressure gradient drives the mass flow of sap towards sinks, where sugars are actively unloaded, and water moves back into the xylem, maintaining the pressure difference. This elegant system ensures precise delivery. Alright, time for your hard-level challenge. First, differentiate between protoxylem and metaxylem and state their significance. Second, explain the crucial role of companion cells in the functioning of sieve tube elements. Third, describe the cohesion tension theory of water transport in xylem, mentioning the key forces involved. Fourth, outline the steps of the pressure flow hypothesis to explain the translocation of food in phloem. Fifth, why is active transport crucial for phloem loading and unloading, and what is its energy source? Sixth, how do bordered pits and tracheids contribute to water transport, especially in preventing the spread of air bubbles? And finally, compare and contrast the cellular composition and primary direction of flow in xylem and phloem. Good luck! Congratulations on tackling the hard level. You're now ready for the ultimate challenge, the hardest level. Here, we'll explore the deepest scientific and engineering insights into xylem and phloem, delving into their evolution, intricate regulatory mechanisms, and profound ecological impact. This is where competitive depth meets practical understanding. Let's trace the fascinating phylogenetic development of vascular tissues. Early land plants like bryophytes lacked true vascular tissues, limiting their growth. The emergence of rudimentary xylem with tracheids and phloem with sieve cells in pteridophytes marked a crucial evolutionary leap, enabling larger plant forms. Gymnosperms further refined this, primarily using tracheids for water and sieve cells, supported by albuminous cells, for food. Angiosperms, however, represent the pinnacle of vascular evolution, developing highly efficient xylem vessels and specialized sieve tube elements with companion cells. This structural refinement, coupled with the development of vascular cambium for secondary growth, dramatically enhanced transport capacity, allowing angiosperms to dominate diverse terrestrial ecosystems. Understanding this evolutionary journey highlights the adaptive significance of these complex tissues. From an engineering perspective, plant transport systems are masterpieces. Xylem acts as a capillary network operating under immense tension. The narrow vessels and tracheids facilitate capillary action, but more critically, they must withstand significant negative pressures created by transpiration. Lignified walls provide incredible tensile strength, preventing the collapse of the water column. However, a major challenge is cavitation, the formation of air bubbles that can block water flow. Bordered pits are ingenious adaptations, allowing water to bypass an embolized vessel by diverting flow laterally to adjacent, functional ones, thus maintaining the continuity of the water stream. Phloem, on the other hand, functions as an osmotic pump. Active transport, often involving sucrose H+ symporters, energetically loads sugars into sieve tubes at the source. This high solute concentration drives water in by osmosis, generating high turgor pressure. At the sink, active unloading maintains a pressure gradient, ensuring the efficient, directed bulk flow of sap. This elegant interplay of active transport and osmotic gradients is a testament to biological engineering at its finest. The regulation of these transport systems is remarkably sophisticated. Xylem transport is tightly controlled by stomatal apertures. Stomata open for CO2 uptake but close to conserve water, directly modulating transpiration and thus water flow. Environmental factors like humidity, temperature, and wind speed profoundly influence transpiration rates, while soil water availability dictates root uptake, often facilitated by aquaporins. Phloem transport, or translocation, is regulated by the interplay of source strength, the rate of photosynthesis, and sink strength, the metabolic demand of growing or storage tissues. Plant hormones play a crucial role in orchestrating these source-sink relationships, directing where and when sugars are transported. Temperature also affects the enzyme kinetics involved in sugar loading and unloading. Furthermore, the conductivity of plasmodesmata between cells influences the efficiency of phloem loading. This complex regulatory network ensures that resources are allocated optimally throughout the plant, adapting to internal needs and external environmental cues. The impact of xylem and phloem extends far beyond individual plants, shaping entire ecosystems and economies. Ecologically, transpiration from vast forests significantly contributes to the global water cycle, influencing regional and global weather patterns. Efficient vascular tissues enable large plant growth, maximizing photosynthesis and carbon dioxide sequestration, which is vital for mitigating climate change. As the foundation of most terrestrial food webs, vascular plants' ability to produce biomass is directly linked to the efficiency of xylem and phloem, supporting biodiversity and ecosystem stability. Economically, xylem, as wood, is a cornerstone for construction, paper, and fuel industries. Phloem fibers, like jute and flax, are valuable for textiles. Critically, understanding and manipulating these transport systems is central to agriculture, leading to improved crop yields and enhanced food security globally. Many plant-derived medicinal and industrial compounds are also products of this intricate transport network, highlighting their pervasive influence on human society and the natural world. Now, for the first part of your hardest level challenge. First, discuss the evolutionary advantages conferred by the development of true vascular tissues in pteridophytes compared to bryophytes. Second, explain how the structural adaptations of xylem vessels, particularly their lignified walls and bordered pits, address the challenges of water transport under tension and prevent cavitation. Third, detail the role of sucrose plus symporters in the active loading of sugars into sieve tube elements, explaining the energy requirement and the electrochemical gradient involved. Fourth, how do environmental factors such as humidity, temperature, and wind speed collectively influence the rate of transpiration and, consequently, water uptake by a plant? And fifth, beyond their role in transport, what other vital functions do xylem parenchyma and phloem parenchyma perform for the plant? Take your time to formulate comprehensive answers. And here's the second part of your hardest level questions. Sixth, compare the structure and function of sieve cells in gymnosperms with sieve tube elements and companion cells in angiosperms, highlighting evolutionary advancements. Seventh, describe how the source-sink relationship in a plant can change throughout its life cycle and how phloem transport adapts to these changes. Eighth, critically evaluate the root pressure theory as the sole mechanism for ascent of sap in tall trees, outlining its limitations. Ninth, discuss the ecological significance of plant transpiration in the context of the global water cycle and local climate regulation. And finally, 10th, propose an experiment to demonstrate the bidirectional flow of sap in phloem, outlining the materials, procedure, and expected observations. These questions require deep thought and analytical skills. Good luck mastering them. And that concludes our in-depth exploration of complex plant tissues, xylem and phloem. From the basic functions of water and food transport to the intricate engineering, evolutionary adaptations, and ecological impacts, you've gained a comprehensive understanding of these vital plant systems. We hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and deepened your appreciation for the incredible biology around us. For more such engaging and detailed educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep growing your knowledge. See you in the next session.